The donkey and the sportsman, they called him Lightning. Though his hooves had never sparked fire, his legs had never outrun the wind. But one late summer morning, a crowd gathered at the edge of a dusty field, chanting the name like a promise. They weren't cheering the donkey. They were cheering the glory they hoped to ride upon his back. Lightning stood tethered beneath a lone acacia tree, ears twitching nervously. His owner, an aging farmer named Alden, brushed his coat gently, whispering, "Be steady, boy. They don't see you, but I do." The sportsmen arrived, young, hungry for trophies, loud with ambition. They circled Lightning like vultures sizing up a meal. He felt their impatience before he heard their words. "Fast enough, they say? Who cares? We'll push him till he breaks if we must." The donkey didn't understand their language, but he understood tone. Sharp, dismissive, cold. The horn sounded. Dust burst under his hooves. Hands yanked reins, heels dug into his sides. Cheers roared. Not for him, but for the rider perched atop him. Lightning ran because pain pushed him, fear chased him, and Alden's distant voice, "Steady, boy," pulled him forward like a thread of faith. Lap after lap, he gave more than he had. His breath trembled. His heart hammered. But the men only shouted, "Faster, again!" He stumbled at the curve, legs quivering. A gasp rippled through the crowd. Not for his suffering, but because their rider nearly fell. The sportsman spat in disgust. What a useless beast. Get another one for the finals. They walked away, laughing, already planning their next victory, never glancing back at the exhausted creature who had carried their dreams. Alden reached Lightning's side as the crowd dispersed. He knelt, brushed dust from the donkey's muzzle, and murmured, "You did well. Too well for men who don't deserve you." Lightning's eyes closed, not from sleep, but from relief that someone finally saw him. But fate wasn't finished. Days later, the champions who once boasted of their race returned, this time boasting of their new mount, a sleek, expensive stallion. The donkey was forgotten until the stallion bucked, reared, and refused to race. "Worthless brute," they shouted, again blaming the creature, never themselves. But the officials turned to Alden. "You have that donkey still?" He nodded. "We need a reliable runner, just steady enough to finish, nothing fancy." The sportsman scoffed but agreed. Fame was on the line. Alden whispered to Lightning, "One more run, but this time, you run for you." The horn sounded again. Lightning did not sprint. He paced. He did not panic. He breathed. The crowd laughed at first, mocking the slow start, but lap after lap, others stumbled, others faltered, others burned out chasing glory too quickly. Lightning kept going, ears back, heart steady, remembering Alden's voice. When he crossed the finish line, not first, but strong and unwavering, the field fell silent. He had endured what pure power could not. The sportsmen rushed to claim credit. "That's our donkey. We trained him well." Alden cut through their noise with a single sentence. "You used him. You never valued him." The crowd murmured. Eyes shifted. For the first time, the donkey was seen, not as a tool, but as a creature who carried burdens without thanks, who endured without praise. The officials awarded the medal, not to the riders, but to Alden, with Lightning at his side. The sportsmen were furious, but powerless. Alden stroked Lightning's ears. "You showed them something they never understood. Real strength isn't in speed, it's in spirit." That evening, Lightning grazed under the acacia tree, the medal hanging quietly from Alden's hand. He didn't know awards. He didn't know pride. But he felt something far more valuable: gentleness, belonging, respect. And in the hush of dusk, with cicadas humming, Alden whispered, "You are not lightning because you run fast. You are lightning because you light the world of those who truly see you." Sometimes the quiet creature, misused and overlooked, becomes the one who reveals what real victory looks like. Not in finishing first, but in enduring with dignity. If you enjoyed this story, please like, share, and subscribe to help the channel grow.